Okay, it says I'm live. Yes, it says I'm live here. So, hello everybody. I am Kirsten Peck, and this is my 3 o'clock homeroom for success. I'm glad you're here, and welcome to my world. Um, I am a high school English teacher, and I have put together a new program for students that are perhaps struggling or not real sure of what their interests are or what they'd like to be working on as they're getting older and not exactly sure why they often go to school. I hear that from students a lot, saying that this is just a big waste of time. I don't know why I'm here. And so I spent the summer working on my project. This is my idea that I've had for years, as I have gone to many trainings and sat through many different strategies and programs and things to help teach teenagers how to handle life, basically. And it's really frustrating for me teaching English because that is not in the specific curriculum of what I'm supposed to be teaching. You know, they want me to teach things like Shakespeare and To Kill a Mockingbird and novels and fictions and poetry and things, which is awesome. And I love to do that. But I really got frustrated that students need skills that just aren't getting taught anymore. They've been cut out. So it's a long, story as to how we got here. But the point is that I worked over the summer to get together my Smart Start Challenge. So I named it the Smart Start Challenge because it is designed to teach people how to think and be smarter about the start of their lives. And that high school is a time when, yes, you've got lots of time, every day you're just a kid, and all of that is true. But for students that are frustrated and struggling and not sure why, what to do, it's also a time to really kind of do some soul searching and make some ideas and explore some things that you're interested in. Because when you get farther down the road of life, it's harder to change gears and totally shift into something else. And so this time of life is also very important to not get distracted and off course, because like I said, then time goes by and you're even farther from where you could have been. So, I call it the Smart Start Challenge, and that's part of the reasons why I named it the Smart Start. The other part of it being the challenge is because I really have to challenge you to change the way you think and the way you work and the way you do things, because they're not really the best practices to help you get in the best position you can have. And it's like, that I talk a lot about athletes and how sports and how athletes spend so much time conditioning their bodies to be able to go out and play the sport, much less trying to play in the World Series baseball game. Those guys spend so much time weightlifting so that their bodies and their muscles are ready to go play football or baseball. I mean, it's this huge process that starts within you in this decision that, for example, baseball, kids decide they're going to play baseball when they're young, and they devote their lives to playing baseball. And then, turns out they end up in the World Series. So, these things don't happen easily. You have to really make a plan and chase after it. And so the challenge is about, being able to do something every day and work on something every day in order to build up that endurance and to build up that strength and to be able to, the momentum of getting something going. When you're dead still and stopped, it's incredibly difficult to get anything going. So that too is part of why I have this Smart Start Challenge, and I'm looking for freshmen and sophomores in high school to work with me and really challenge yourself to create your best future. So so I'm here every day in my homeroom at 3 o'clock Eastern time here in Florida. And I'm really just reaching out to students to introduce myself and talk a little bit about the challenge and things that are happening here, and invite you to join me. So the challenge has a workbook. If you're wondering, it's almost finished. I'm getting it together into the printer. I'm uploading it to Amazon. In fact, I've been fooling with that all morning and getting the promotions made and the videos made and everything. It's a very large project to start a business and write a book and now start hosting Homeroom, because I'm looking for students that need to talk to somebody. So that's what the business is about. It's called Ask Miss Peck. And every day I wanted to talk about something in the book every day here at the chat at my homeroom. And I was just working on the take the commitment page, and I was looking at that and really, putting some thought into those decisions, that it really is important when you make a commitment that you have to honor it and you have to work through it. And no matter what happens, you have to stick with it. And that's such a big deal in life and such an important thing. And that it really then impacts your integrity and the honor of your word. That when you make a commitment, you're going to follow through on it, and people then can depend on you and know that you've made this commitment, so you're going to follow through with it. And that whole reputation of who you are, and so that's one of the topics from the book that I want to talk about every day here in Homeroom, and that the commitment really has been made, and that I am here every day because it is my commitment to working with teenagers in my challenge. And yes, the challenge happens every day for 31 days. No, you don't get weekends off, or no, it's Saturday. Doesn't mean you don't have to do the work, because that's not how life goes. Life happens every day, 24/7. And so that's part of that commitment, and that's part of that reputation for who you are. And I'm a strong fighter, and I've never met a challenge that I can't get past, or a problem that I can't solve, because I've got it in my mind that I'm going to solve all my problems, and I'm not going to give up, and nobody's going to beat me. And that's part of this commitment, and that's part of having a challenge, and that's part of having your reputation, and all of those things work together. And so when you're 14, 15 years old, it's important to figure out which way you want to go and what is important to you, and what are you going to do about it. So, things to think about here as I'm in my homeroom. And like I said, today is launch day for me. I set this date as being the day we're launching it and kicking it off. And so, yes, the website is ready, and the ads are going out, and the book's going to the publisher, and we're launching it, and it's going, and I'm so excited, and it's really an awesome project. So, I want to share it. So I'm here in my homeroom for success every afternoon at 3:00 here in Florida. That's Eastern time, 3:00. And send me an email. I always have this funny kind of thing here as I see people do that with the comments below. But go ahead and send me a message through these comments, or visit the website. It's called askmisspeck.com. And I hope you will get into the Smart Start Challenge. It's getting underway. I want to help you find your best future and make it happen. Okay? So take care. You guys have a great day. I'll catch up with you tomorrow. I got stuff I got to go do.